Yo, my lovely lords, ladies, and ladies. How are we doing today? Welcome, welcome. Welcome back. I've seen you guys talking about weird sci-fi jargon in the chat while I was away. Hey, yo. Yum, 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 yum. Thank you for the egg. Egg in this trying time. A wonderful way to start off the day. Thank you. Hope everybody's had an awesome Monday so far. I've had a very interesting one myself. Rather eventful day and was even a little bit eepy for much of the day. But here is the hope that while we are playing Citizen Sleeper, that we'll not be doing any Citizen Sleeping today. That sounded better in my head when I was about to say it. Yes, indeed, a trying time. But, well, even during the bad times, we still sing, because we're singing about the bad times. So, hey, thank you for being here, of course, as always. Because, you know, we'll work on things together. Alrighty. So, yeah. I've been getting things prepped, by the way, for our little fun, cozy storytime stream. Good. I'm very happy to. The hell? I saw in chat that Bear used a metal pipe, but I can't hear it. God damn it! Yeah! No! You got me with the lag? The lag! Oh my god. What was like Oh, Bear, you reset my brain. Holy fuck. It's such a good one. Oh god. Um I was Yeah, why is Lamau censored? It doesn't say Lamau censored. I can see Bear's Lamau clear as day. Yes, you win this one, Bear. You absolutely trounced me that time. Then again, you had the gods of the internet helping you out for a little bit. Valerie, there is maybe a chance that you have like a sensor set specifically to your client or something. It did happen, yes. I'm sure you'll get me again another day. Didn't you get me last stream with the bullet ricochet too? I think you did. Anyway. But yeah, so that's fun. Good for you. Yeah, that's fair. That was the best fun yet. Anyway, before I blue screened, I was trying to say that I'm getting ready for a nice little cozy storytelling stream. I've got a couple stories lined up. I've decided that I'm gonna do a very well-known creepypasta that's, well, at least a couple well-known creepypastas, one of which is maybe only well-known to some circles, specifically people who really like spooky stories. And this one happens to have multiple parts and is very long. Yes, Bear, I would, oh, not today, don't worry. Today we're still doing Citizen Sleeper. So we are gonna be doing a lot of reading. You can do the pipes, but I guarantee you I will not be so tense and nervous that you'll be able to jump scare me today. So that's the one that you get. But no, you don't have to worry about disturbing the atmosphere or something or anything. Hopefully, maybe. No, yes, I'm sorry. It's not today. I'm trying to do a little bit of prep work so that when we do have the storytelling stream, it's going to be really, really nice. And I don't want to like run out of material or something before it all happens, and I have to rethink what my whole approach to the stream's gonna be. But it'll be whenever we finish Pacific Drive, basically. Hopefully that is this Thursday. But honestly, I think maybe if it isn't, I might just say screw it and make next Thursday the storytelling stream anyway. Like if we get through it, we get through it. If we don't make it in 2 streams, we'll probably make it in 3. And we gotta see what happens when Carby and I fly off into the sunset. Oh, welcome, Star. Thank you for being here, even if you're late. I was just telling everybody that I've been doing lots of prep work for the storytelling stream that we're all very excited about. And I want you guys to get excited. Tell your friends about it. It's gonna be a nice, cozy, smooth and silky time. Hopefully. Assuming that I can sustain a voice like this for 3 whole hours. Ooh. 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 I'm a little out of it today. I've been like extra like this today. This is what's going on inside my brain. I'm just like, yeah. So anyway, yeah, we all live those days. Let's go ahead and get Citizen Sleeper open. Because I believe we're close to achieving an ending in this game too. Or at least, we're close to reaching a good point to set it down. Guys, my audio mixer's being a little concerning lately. Just saying. Just saying. Good. I'm glad. So it's not like, yeah. It's really not any issue with my microphone and like me sounding okay. For the most part, my levels are kind of doing what they're supposed to. It's just that sometimes things are going in the wrong channels for no discernible reason. And that can cause a lot of problems because, like, I have my game channel at 70%, and then sometimes it goes to a channel that's at 85%, and all of a sudden that channel is reared and it's broken, and then I have to fix it on the fly. And then sometimes, I have something in a channel that's muted that would be making sound, but I need it to be quiet. And so I have it muted on the mixer, except then sometimes it just goes through the wrong channel, so it doesn't mute. Hasn't happened on stream yet. Much, I think. But it's just a little concerning, and it's something I'm worried about becoming a problem in the future. Anyway, we gotta adjust our everything real quick. Let's get me a little bit more bite-sized. Let's get Lance over here. Yes, that is the chat log. We put it there, and we're gonna have to hide my cute little follower overlay real quick. All right. And here we are, back on the eye. With no dice left. And holy crap. Now that I'm actually looking back at the game, I didn't realize that we have gotten almost everything. If we're not close to completing this game, I don't know, I'm suspiciously good at this game then. So I have to assume that we're close to the end. Alright. We don't have any scrap to repair with. Ooh, I think we might actually lose a die though. That sucks. We can't do anything about that. Well, maybe we could have. I don't remember if we could have. There's maybe a chance, but it's not a big deal. Alrighty. Yes, we're just waiting for quite a few things to get done. Mainly the grow beds, and also I guess we are kind of curious to see what's going to happen when the sidereal finishes, but that's not... Hey, yeah! Lamb has something to talk about. Do you guys have scrap? Oh my god, you guys have scrap? Oh, come on. Stop it with the ship mine fragments. Just stop it. I am good at video games, thank you. I certainly try, and well, you guys get to see all my best and most embarrassing moments, so sometimes I'm not so sure. Alright, are you here? I don't think I really care anyway. Okay, cool. Right. I was like not really sure if I wanted to finish this. Oh, we could feed the cat. Maybe. Maybe. Gib. Stray fed. Gib cat. We'll feed you one more time. There you go. Enjoy, cat. Eat well. I wonder if we actually are gonna name the cat Lance. Is that just how it's gonna go? Okay. Alright. Let's go straight to Lem and Mina. Yeah! Of course we are. He said. The crowds have already gathered by the time you get to the shipyard, and you recognize the faces among them. People you have worked with alongside on the sidereal. The intervening cycles have turned their excitement to anxiety, and a few of them smile at you. Instead, the nervous energy of the crowd fills the space, creating a feedback loop of growing tension. You pick out Lem and Mina and work your way over to them, pushing through the crowd. He silently raises his eyes at you, his anxiety obvious, but Mina flashes you a huge smile, unaware of the tension. Robot! She shouts, reaching out to you. Oh, I'll give her a hug. She gratefully accepts your hug, leaning against your chest, and Lem smiles, seemingly glad to share the weight of Mina for a moment. Quite the turnout, huh? Lem glances around, pulling Mina close. I don't think patience is one of this crowd's strengths. The sound of an argument towards the back catches yours and Lem's attention. He's putting it lightly. This place seems set to explode. Yeah, this isn't good. Lem doesn't dare answer, but the look in his eyes suggests he agrees. This is Aster Enghart of the Sealess Foundation. The announcement echoes from the speakers at the shipyard entrance, and shouts of quiet rapidly follow. I'm sorry I can't be there to meet you all, and thank you, on behalf of Sandres Celis, for the work you have done on the sidereal horizon. Most of the crowd strains to see Aster's face, but the small display shows only a ghostly white figure, smudged and unclear. Sandre wanted me to pass on her personal thanks to you for your commitment to and belief in the Sealess Foundation's mission. We chose the Eye for this project because we knew that we would find like-minded individuals here, especially among the ranks of the venerable Havenage Association. Unlike most of the Corps, we neither believe in Erlin's Eye to be a threat or a rogue state, but instead an embryo for the formation of a new, decentralized social structure. One where each citizen might be the master of their own destiny. I don't know, it sounds like politician poppycock. One where each... I already read that. A ripple of impatience runs through the crowd. They didn't come here for a sermon, obviously. You are all pioneers, just like the core citizens who the sidereal horizon will carry in cryosleep to the planet that will become the Foundation's first frontier world, Celis 1. At the mention of the destination world, excited conversations break out among the workers. I guess they were my co-workers. There, our citizens will be able to create their own innovative bottom-up economic order, aligned with the principles set down by Sandra Celis herself. Freedom, resilience, and self-sustenance. This is all thanks to your tireless efforts in the Havenage Yards. I mean, it does sound nice. It sounds really nice. But it sounds like a really nice lie. As a reward for those efforts, you may know that we are offering a select group the opportunity to join the caretakers of this vision. The staff of the Sidereal Horizon who will maintain the vessel during its multi-decade transit through interstellar space. Lem turns to you, his eyes bright. This is it! This draw has been performed at random by the central AIs of the Foundation, and is final and binding. Please note, only licensed contractors of the Foundation are eligible for this draw. I know you have all been eagerly awaiting this day, and without further delay, I will now read the Celis identification numbers of those chosen for this great honor. A murmur runs through the crowd. Celis identification numbers? Licensed contractors? You've never even heard the term mentioned. Is this something you were supposed to be assigned? You glance at Lem, but his eyes are fixed forward, wide and shimmering. All around you, people are speaking with hushed tones like a rising wave. Aster starts reading out sequences of numbers and letters, and panic begins to set in. No one seems to know what is happening. Somewhere near the front of the crowd, someone shouts in celebration, and everyone pushes forward. Okay, we're going. The crowd heaves like an ocean, slowly surging towards the shipyard. Ow! What? Did somebody bonk me? No, I didn't take damage. Someone throws something at the entrance and it rattles against the shipyard doors. You see, for the first time, Haven and security stood on either side, scared, arguing between themselves. You can feel the anger rising in the crowd. Ooh, This is a riot waiting to happen. Actually, I think this is a riot happening. Lem has a kid. Yeah, if it was like just me and Lem, I would consider sticking around. But Lem, let's go. He doesn't move. They might call out names. I can't. Mina tugs at his dog tags. It's not happening. Lem blinks rapidly, then turns to you. He opens his mouth and looks down at Mina. He sees the fear in her eyes and understands it's time to go. You lead Lem and Mina out, shoving people aside. As you do, you hear the sound of scuffles emerging at the front of the crowd, of metal canisters bouncing off the shipyard walls. You keep your head down and walk away, the sound of Aster reading off the ciphers echoing above. the chaos like some strange mantra. When you turn to Lem, there are tear tracks running down his cheeks, and Mina is sniffling into his jacket. You feel the sadness rising in you too. They screwed you. Screwed all of you. You were never even on the list. The feeling is as unpleasant as it is familiar. I fucking knew it. Knew it. You just can't with these scumbags. God. You stare ahead into the tunnel as the security sirens sound out a signal for the coming violence. That was a failed drive? Wow. I don't know what would have happened if we had stayed. There's no way that would have turned out good, right? I couldn't risk it for the Bab. But what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen to Lem and Mina? Yeah, you're right. I really hope you're right. Yeah, here they are. It hurts me. Hurts me deep. Well, I guess we could... We have so much money, we can help out Bliss, right? Bliss is incredibly grateful. I'll pay back every chit, I promise you. Guess the two are partners now. Huh. Does that unlock any? Okay, another... God, another clock. What to do, what to do. What to do, what to do. How many cycles do we have to wait for this? 3? Damn it, this is the storyline I care the most about, and I gotta wait, Let's get some scrap, I guess. Can repair ourselves back to normal. Oof. Neutral hurts pretty bad on that one, God. Yeah, we'll just... Shoot, I don't remember how much food this gives you. Could be worse, I guess. I knew we should have gone and bought mushrooms. I knew it. I knew it, I knew it. Oh, hey, this gives us energy. We might as well finish the clock anyway. Alright, we're insiders now. Rabia wants to talk. Looks like nothing else to do at the moment. This time you meet inside Rabia's office, although now that you've seen it, office seems like the wrong term. You find her stood in an almost bare, shadowy unit, midway through the sequence of stretches. There are 2 low stools and a terminal in the corner, but it seems that most of the space is taken up by a heavy punching bag, rubber matting, and a stack of weights. When Rabia turns to greet you, you realize she's missing an arm. The prosthetic she usually wears is set in a cradle near the terminal, a web of colored wires running to it. Updates, she says, noticing you looking where artificial arm usually is. Nothing to worry yourself with. Of course! I'm in an artificial body. You have an artificial arm. We at least have something in common. Sit, says Rabia, gesturing to the 2 diminutive stools. You both settle on the stools, Rabia crossing her legs on top and sitting straight backed. Gia told me you have been doing the rounds, collecting tithes, patrolling the ward. She smiles. Some of the enforcers are impressed, and I hear you handled a few difficult circumstances. Nicely done. I wanted to see for myself. She raises an eyebrow. See what for yourself? If I could trust you. I see. Rabia flexes her neck side to side. And the conclusion? I'm still deciding. Well, Sleeper, Rabia says teasingly, please keep us updated on any progress. She smiles a thin smile. Joking aside, I know that for you, life on the Eye has been a struggle, but I hope we can do something about that from here onwards. Though some of our members may not see it this way, I know you too are a refugee. She looks at you solemnly. That is why you have come to us. Enough, Rabia. Sabine's voice cuts through the conversation. I'm tired of listening to your affected nobility. They cross the room, Rabia's baton in their hand, the end lit with sparkling electricity. Rabia looks between the 2 of you. I suppose this ambush was another cooperation between you 2. She looks strangely unfazed. I mean, no. They weren't working with me on this. But I still kind of don't know you. And Sabine's got like some huge chip on their shoulder about you. But I don't really know what to think of Sabine. God, this storyline? This storyline like really messes with my brain. Everyone's very sneaky. I mean, this is like the organized crime storyline, so I mean, you know. But like, whatever is about to happen is gonna happen regardless of what I say. But everybody's gonna be paying attention to what I have to say. And if I don't say anything, Rabia is just going to assume that yes, I am working with them. I mean, they are acting alone. They are, but what if I don't want them to? Shit, I'll just go with this. Yep, knew it, called it. Damn it. Sabine pauses, thrown off for a moment by your renunciation. Rabia takes this opportunity to act. She leaps from the stool and, fainting past Sabine, grabs the baton and twists it inwards. She is by far the stronger, and she pushes Sabine to their knees, plunging the crackling end of the baton towards their chest. They freeze there, Sabine struggling to keep the crackling baton from their skin. Stop! Then you support them? Rabia asks you. Her eyes not leaving Sabine. Your loyalties are so easily swayed. Can't I just not have you guys fucking hurt each other right in front of me? I thought you were more than Yannick's attack dog, Rabia, Sabine spits back. Are you not able to think for yourself? Rabia holds the baton strong, and for a moment you think she is about to hammer it down into Sabine's chest. But, after a painful wait, she throws Sabine down instead, then spins the baton in her hand, thumbing a switch, and shutting it off in a single move. Rabia, explain yourself. They both look at you, each still catching their breath as if they had forgotten about your presence. Explain what? How the moment I call my enforcers will come down here and take them away? Rabia cracks her neck. You were lucky I didn't kill you. I would have had every right, she shouts, the anger a release of tension more than a threat. Sabine lifts himself a little, bruised from the fall. They roll onto the side and cough. Rabia gives them some space, sitting back on the stool. Sabine props himself up on their elbows and fixes Rabia with a hard stare. You have something to say? Rabia taunts. Say it. This is your final opportunity, because after this... She laughs. No coming back. What's the point? Sabine breathes heavily. She refuses to listen to criticism of the great Yatagan project. Rabia collects herself. Speak! She folds her arms and waits to be convinced. Sabine takes a breath, organizing their thoughts. They go to start, pause, then decide on another approach. Eventually, they say it. Yannick is a traitor. Rabia immediately flinches, her eyes going to her prosthetic arm, her muscles clenching, but she rides it out, more eager to prove Sabine wrong than she is to hurt them. At least for now. When I came here from Esnar, they glance at you, gauging your reaction. It was Yannick who was one of the first to support me, to look after me. I should have known then, but I was naive and afraid. Sabine turns to you. Sleeper. They take a breath. I know that I should have told you I worked for Esnar long ago, but I thought you would abandon me, and you are my final friend. I don't know if I can be certain we're friends. I would like to be friends, but I don't know. What you should know is that I left Esnar because I was running for my life. I leaked documents on the Sleeper program on the illegal and immoral practices it relied on to the press. Esnar wanted me dead, and I fled as far as I could to this refuge at the edge of the surrogate systems. Sabine stops to collect himself. What does this have to do with Yannick? Rabia interrupts. The Sleeper knows you're Esnar. I told them. And while you hide beneath the cover of being a whistleblower, you and I both know you worked on the Sleeper program. Yannick told me as much. Sabine's face falls. It is true. They glance to you, and then away, ashamed. They lift their head. But it is Yannick, not me, who is in the pocket of Esnar. Rabia flinches again. I can prove it. He made some kind of deal to keep me here, to tie me up in debt, to lock me away. In exchange... Rabia slams her hand on the desk. Just tell us, for God's sake! Seriously, I want to know. In exchange for those... Sabine finishes, nodding towards Rabia's prosthetic arm in its cradle. Right! Because we had all the trackers in the prosthetics. He has been using Yatagan enforcers, using you as test subjects for SNARP technology. I have the data to prove it. He has been bringing them in under the guise of stolen shipments and having me fit them, knowing each one is capturing data and sending it back to its makers. Rabia's fixed expression has started to fade. Sabine produces a slate. It's all here. Thousands of hours of usage data, failure rates, error dumps. These are untested implants, Rabia. They could short out, fail, cause cascading failures across a person's body. And they have. Sabine suddenly looks incredibly tired. I thought the error rates in the units was down to them being stolen or modified. I have tried to fix hundreds of failures in my time here. Not all of them. Stop. Unable to continue. Rabia closes her eyes and breathes in. She opens them again. She holds out a hand to Sabine. Show me, she says. Later, much later, when you leave, Sabine is still taking Rabia through the manifests and usage data, both of them crowded around the terminal as Sabine leads Rabia through each layer of Yannick's betrayal. As you leave, Sabine catches your eye, and something passes between you, something like a thank you or a sorry, or some other expression that communicates both sadness and hope. Jeez, Sabine! You're really testing me here. You're testing me, babe. It didn't end in murder, though. That's right. It's very true. Had a little sippy of my juice, and now we are back in business. Although we can't really do much of anything, because everything ever to do is on a clock. So I guess we'll pick up some extra cryo, repair herself, and go to bed. Do one more, so we have a little bit of tolerance. And to bed we go! Ooh! Got a couple 5s today, that's nice. Honk shoo, me. Oh yeah, we could get spores. There we go. That'll be enough for the next plant. I assume that I'm going to want to plant it. Ooh. Didn't Emphas want Matsutake? Yeah! Let's do it! Let's do it! Thank you, Emphas. Now he's got... man. Oh, man! Oh, I was gonna have some of his food. Damn it. Oh well. Let's see. Yo. Nothing of import here, although I think we maybe want to do something here. No, we'll just get a spacer meal. Oh boy. Spacer meals. That was actually quite filling. Holy crap. Well, in any case, we're spending a lot of money, so we should probably do something to actually make money. Spacer's Choice. Yes. It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice. God, that was a very fun game. I know that, like, weirdly enough, it wasn't actually all that popular. That, like, I don't know, people seem to think it was mid, but man, I loved that game. I actually never finished the... I never even got to the DLC. When it... Because I played Outer Worlds, like, when it first came out. And then the DLC happened, like, years later. Basically after I had already, you know... you know, like, after I'd already uninstalled the game. And then I actually got the DLC. I have it. I just never actually got around to playing it. Kind of a shame. It does suck a little bit. But yeah, Outer Worlds was it was another one of those games that I considered streaming or doing videos for. But I don't know. People didn't seem terribly entertained by it. It was just one of those treasures I got to enjoy to myself. Let's get some scrap. Kind of like Dragon's Dogma. And Dragon's Dogma 2 is quite good, very fun. Definitely could have streamed it, but I just kind of wanted to enjoy it on my own time. You know what sucks? The amount of scrap that you actually need to, like, sustain yourself to keep you from losing dice. Our dice really suck today, too. And we have one more cycle. We don't have any clocks finishing up now, do we? Hang on, my mic was away from my face, my bad. Oh, one more here? Yes. Two more here. Don't really care about those. One more in the sidereal, that's... That weighs heavy on my heart. Okay, we're gonna feed the cat. Because I'm gonna feed the cat every day. The stray crunches up the crackers as you watch. Sometimes they'll let you struck them, sometimes not. What a good catto. Good Linson. Good friend. Anyway. Yeah. Just do a little bit of hacking. Yes. I will happily feed the catto every single day. Sweet. Let's sell some Yatagan data. This is starting to become my main money hustle. I mean, it just works so well. Can you blame me? Oh yeah, Oh yeah, we caught up on all of our spending the past couple days. Ah, that's awesome. Get a little bit more scrapple. And there's something cool we can do over here, right? I don't know why we want gear roll caps, but I'm gonna collect them. Oh. I ate them instead. Oh, okay. I guess the neutral outcome is you're like, you know, not usable mushrooms, but I'm gonna eat these. You know, it's not enough to take a full stack. It's not enough to take a full inventory slot, so I'm just gonna eat them. There we go. I guess once you like catch up on your gradual decay, then you only need one piece of scrap a day to just not lose health. Alright, what's up? Who the fuck are you? What? Moritz! You're the guy who screwed over Bliss, right? Hey. Quiet voice greets you as you leave. Sleeper, it's me. Do I know you? Moritz. He pauses. I work for Bliss? He rubs the back of his head. You're not an easy person to find. I move around. Moritz holds up his hands. Hey, no judgment. It's cool. Both stand there for a moment, waiting for each other to speak. So, what the fuck do you want? Yeah, well, Bliss needs to see you. A job just came in, a real big one. She's asking for you to come up and help her out. He nods, sagely. Okay, soon. Soon. He repeats back to himself. Look, Bliss said I've got to get you right now, so, you know, now is better than soon. Moritz stands there for a little while, unsure whether the message is delivered. I've got it. Please, leave me alone. Cool. He looks around. Bliss just likes me to do a thorough job, you know? He rubs his hands together before burying him in his jacket pockets. I've met this kind of guy before. Like, this is the person that I've encountered quite often in the past. See you, Sleeper. Moritz ambles off down the corridor, kicking at a filter cap on his way off. I'm dead to Bliss's Bay, then. But I want to talk to Rico first. Yeah, like, I knew quite a lot of those people. Oh. Oh, Valor, you bastard. Oh, Valor, you poisonous mushroom-looking ass. God damn it, that was a really good one. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm awake now. Sidereal dog. Oh. I'm awake. Huh. Okay, so she swung a tanker contract, but the catch is that the work needs to be turned around fast. Too fast. Good thing I'm a badass engineer. I could actually probably have this done in one cycle. Yes. I am badass, apparently. And then I guess I could just harvest the Mushy's next cycle. Hang on, let's make sure that's the thing that's how that works. Ow. Ow, why does my eyelid hurt? Did I ow, did I cut my eye? What the fuck? To the Greenway! Okay, so aviary. Okay. Doesn't look like we're in any danger of that expiring. So we can just harvest that next cycle. But I'm a tryhard, so I'm gonna do this in one cycle. Hell yeah! As you both wait in the airlock for it to cycle back to the bay, Bliss thumps you in the arm. Nicely done, Sleeper. We cleared that contract no problem, she stretches. Once we're back in the bay, we can check if the payment has come through and divide it up. She stretches. Feels good. The airlock clunks and the lights flicker, and a moment later you are back in the bay, where Moritz is at the racks trying to figure out where the mess of tools Bliss left in her wake should be hung. You know, that kind of makes me wonder. We all love a good, like, full body stretch, right? We love, it's just so nice to just kind of, yeah, you know? But, like, how good would it feel in 0G when, like, you can just stretch yourself like a piece of taffy as much as you feel like. I bet it'd be amazing. Hey, Moritz! Moritz looks over his shoulder. Oh, he looks so cute in this. Pat, pat, pat. Moritz looks over his shoulder. Sleeper! Spins a wrench in his hand. Looks like clean work out there. He nods respectfully. You can grow a few more inches. Yeah, seriously. You look over at Blitz, who is already gliding over to her management console. She twirls a little as she crosses the cavernous bay. No one you've ever met moves as well in 0G as she does. It's like she was born into it. She's cuter, though. She's kind of adorable. Shit. Bliss slams the fist on the console. Shit, shit, shit. What's up? I can't even... Blitz closes her eyes. Come here. Bliss calls you over. Look at this. Just look. She spins the terminal screen and you see the details for the bay's account. You see an entry for the Emperor's Wake, a repair fee paid in full the moment you finished the job. But then directly after, the whole amount was transferred back into an unknown account. What the hell? This is the work of my ex. She punches the terminal. He must have coded a back door into the machine before he left. She rubs her forehead. There's no way we can... Ugh. She pauses, thinking. Moritz, throw me that wrench. What's that for? Moritz spins the wrench across the bay. Bliss smiles. This. Bliss brings the wrench down on the terminal, hard. You flinch backwards as a hail of computer parts spill up into the bay in a glittering arc. Fragments of screen, memory, sections of the casing. When Bliss is done, she clips the wrench to her tool belt. Try backdooring your way through that, you piece of shit. Really? Come on, I just so happen to be this... I just so happen to be a digital savant in the hacking world. You could have asked for my help. God. Moritz drifts out from his hiding place amongst the racks. Bliss, he says tentatively. You want me to, He looks at the arc of fragments drifting through the bay nervously. Bliss shakes her head. No, she sighs. I've got it. You go get me a new terminal, cheapest you can find. Cobble one together from the pieces of the ore exchange if you have to. Bliss? She looks over to you. I'm good. I'm good now. Bliss glides over to a panel on the wall. Don't worry, one of the first things I had installed when we spec'd out this place was a cleaning sweep. She flicks over a plastic cover on a huge red button. Watch yourself. She hammers the button, and a row of laser emitters unfold from the bay wall. They start crawling their way across the work area, frying the debris as they do in pulses of burning light. Bliss smiles. It's that, or we just space the whole bay every few cycles. Well, what now? Bliss sighs. We keep at it. The cleaning sweep buzzes and crackles as it works its way across the bay. That account wasn't everything. I'm not that stupid. Once Moritz gets back, I'll secure it and flush everything else. She flicks a nearby piece of debris into the path of the sweep. Clean break. Then we take another contract. That's it. She shuts off the sweep and reaches the near end of the bay. You don't want the cryo back? Oh, I want it. But it's gone. He could have transferred it anywhere. She looks out across the hub. And even if I knew where he was, the last thing I want is to ever see him again. That's totally fair. She rubs her forehead. I'm sorry, Sleeper. I know you worked for this too, but next time won't be the same. Okay. She smiles. See you in a few cycles. Moritz will let you know. She winks and kicks off the bay to finish cleaning up. I don't know if I'm emotionally ready for whatever's gonna go on with the Sidereal, to be honest. Oh god, we have so many scenes now. Oh, yep. Sidereal's gone. Alright, let's... Oh, this is... Right, club head caps give you stabilizer. Let's talk to Rico. Rico is wholesome and safe, and bad things don't happen when we're talking to Rico. Rico has something in her hands when you enter the lab. It looks like a knotted twist of woody stems, a ring about the circumference of a human head, consisting of a single stalk at one side and a branched, woven network at the other. As you approach, she holds it up, and in the lights of the lab, it looks like a crown. Rika finishes your thought. She smiles and shakes her head in disbelief. Is that what grew? Oh, goodness. My stomach's feeling a little strange. Apologies. Hoping water will calm me down. It is. I came to the plant this morning, and this loop was all that was there. She points to a lump on the edge of the ring. The seed grew right back into itself, twisted up out of the soil. That being you encountered in the cloud, as you call it, was it wearing one of these? She eyes you suspiciously, still unsure if she was somehow embroiled in an overlong prank. It doesn't work like that. She sighs. Perhaps wearing was the wrong word. She places the object on the bench and shuffles to her analysis terminal, her face lit by its amber light in the dim corner of the lab. Well, it isn't exactly a plant anyway. Not from what I can tell. She gives you a serious look. No leaves, no chloroplasts. Just a series of filaments encased in cellulose walls. Filaments. See? That's why I like you, Sleeper. You're so good at spotting the unusual details. She beckons you over. Look at this. You see a cross-section scan of the crown, its layers of plant-like structure on full view until you reach the center. There, instead of xylem and phloem for transporting nutrients, something branched and woven glints. Are those wires? She laughs. I'm not sure whether to say yes or no here. These are not wires like those in an electrical system, but they're filaments of a conductive metal, so yes? She leans closer to the screen. But you see those branches? They remind me of dendrites, of neurons. She rubs her eyes, which is frankly ridiculous. You look back at the crown on the table as Rico fusses over the scans, and you suddenly realize what it reminds you of. You remember signing the forms, the walk to the sleeper tanks, the cold metal floor. Then you remember the crown they fitted you with. The branching structure of wires and pads. No, not a crown. They called it an interface. The tool of your emulation, your transference from neurons to electrons. An interface. That is your gift from Gardner. You turn back to Rico. It's an interface. Rico looks at you, puzzled. Something clicks in her mind. Perhaps something she heard from the sleeper she had helped all those cycles ago. She starts talking, partly to you, partly to herself. If those club heads were made for you, then this, too, could be made for you. For your frame. She shuffles over quickly to the interface, a word that is stuck to this strange branched object quickly in your mind. You're right. That entity, it is the entity I've been looking for. She shuffles quickly to the crown. They are the entity which is controlling the Greenway, which has been maintaining it, supporting it, and has been guiding it for all these decades. That's fucking cool. A digital creature, a sentient artificial intelligence that is creating life. It's some kind of digital druidic god of some kind. That's freaking amazing. A digital dryad. Oh, guys. I'm eating this up. She stops to catch her breath. They want to talk with you. Rico leads you to a seat. I will be here, Sleeper. If something happens, if you wish me to remove the crown, the interface, just squeeze. She grips your hand tightly. You meet her eyes, clouded with age, but bright with the thrill of new discoveries. Then she places the interface on your head, and everything blinks out. Here we go! Here we go! Back into the river, back into the dark flow, but something is different now. You are no longer pushed, no longer blocked and buffeted by the storm. Instead, it flows around you. You move and it parts, letting you pass. Something else resists, but it gives easily enough. You look back and see your body. You've left it behind. Somewhere, Rico's voice is talking to you, asking you questions. It is excited, eager, desperate to know what lies on the other side, what the entity has to say to you. You realize how long she has waited for this moment, for the moment of meeting between the inhabitants of the Greenway and its protector, and yet she is still on the outside. You shake off the sadness. You will be her eyes. Then you see the figure, Gardner, out in the storm, planting. Oh, man, these cyberspace entities are so freaking cool. This is my favorite part of the game, It takes less than a moment to reach them. You have never felt so free. This is how Navigator must have felt, released from their prison. This, you think, is what it feels like to be in the place you were built to inhabit. Gardner does not turn at your approach. They go on planting, but their voice whispers in the waters like a sharply rising current. You grew the gift. Their speech hisses around you. Good. I am glad. I wanted to meet you. Then we are the same. Both eager shoots seeking one another. How does it feel to be free of your seed? They stoop to plant again. Good. Valkyrie's the most alien ending. Hell yeah! That is what I'm talking about! That is good. They press a seed into the loamy depths. This is exactly the ending I was hoping to find. There was some disagreement, continues Gardner as if you are picking up on a long-held conversation with the others. They felt you were a danger, but they are always cautious, especially the fungi. They like old loam, known gnomes, wide, unstable networks. The fungi were cautious? Mostly, yes. Although there are many among their number who favor short growth cycles, thick nutrient veins, and sudden shifts. He gestures out into the storm, and though you cannot see them, you feel presences all around. Sensing this audience with great interest. Suffering from a bad connection? Well, tell your connection to stop it. It looks like we're stable on my end. After all, they understood that it was I who made them their crowns, and without them they would not have joined the chorus. So, they see that it is only fair that you get your chance to join too. Join. Join. Me. I can be one of them. Yes. Become part. Ah! Bear. Bear. Why? I was enjoying the moment. I'm enjoying this. Ah. Okay. Meh. Anyway. Gardner stoops again. We are millions, and we grow. I hope you understand. I am unused to speaking to your kind. It has been many cycles since my last conversation. I think it was with Chief Executive Trellick himself. You look around, and you see it. Every growing thing, every non-human being in the Greenway is here. They are networked, connected, branched, and linked by this strange being, this artifact of the old station. Huh. The impossible dream of a senile farm administration AI. A living network. Huh. You could dissolve here, you realize, free of that decaying body. You wouldn't need to be a person. Why would you, among all these other minds? You turn away from Gardner for a moment and look back at your body. A tiny, hairline thread connects it to you. You hear Rico's voice again, still asking, still checking in. Are you okay, Sleeper? What are they saying, Sleeper? Are you still there, Sleeper? Something in you sighs a long sigh. A sigh that speaks of an exhaustion beyond tiredness. An exhaustion rooted deep inside you. It stems from the effort of answering questions, of answering problems, of getting up and breathing each cycle. But something else resists the sigh. A yearning, a sense of distance, A desire to squeeze that hand that holds you for its warmth, its blood, its complexity. To make a gesture that says, I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm with you. The two ideas spin within you, making you nauseous. If you break that thread, you will be free. Freed to dissolve here, to grow strange and beautiful among a million others. If you follow it, if you squeeze Rico's hand, you will wake back up in that dying body with all the pain and warmth that entails. Now is the moment to choose. Oh, guys. I'm not sure. I'm not. Not because the idea of finally disconnecting from my body and being able to live out eternity in the data stream. I mean, that sounds like heaven to me. That's where I want to go when I die. But what's going to happen to me when I do that? Am I going to... Like, what's going to happen? Am I going to completely dissolve who I once was? Am I going to cease being myself? Am I going to completely be subsumed into a collective? Or do I get to be me? Do I get to see Navigator again? Do I get to be with Navigator? Do I get to know all of the people who have gone this route, all of these sentient artificial intelligences? Or am I just submitting myself to be completely consumed by a collective? And what's more, I mean, this is Rico's life passion. From her perspective, she's gonna put this crown on my head and I'm just gonna fucking die, and she's gonna have no idea what's on the other end of it. That's the thing. For some people, maybe never thinking again sounds really nice, but I love thinking. I love dreaming and imagining. That's the reason I exist. And if that's taken from me, well, I'd rather be dead. A vacation from thinking would be nice. I can't agree. I can't relate. I know that it's a lot of pain and stress and fear and anxiety, and I am one of those mentally anguished people I know, but I would not give up my ability to have my own thoughts. There is only one way to find out. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. If it so happens that this results in total ego death, and I'm just washed away into the data stream, and I don't exist anymore, and I don't get to kiss Navigator on the forehead and hold hands with them, I'm gonna Alt F4 the game. And we're just gonna go a different route with this one and see what the other endings have to offer. But at a glance, This is the ending that I choose in every game that has subject matter like this. This is the route that I took in Cyberpunk 2077 when I first played it. But yeah. You reach down and pinch the thread. The finality of this moment descends on you. I break it. You pluck the thread like a string. It snaps. Nothing changes. You stand at a point of stillness. No, you don't stand. You have no legs, no body. You are a point of stillness, a point in the flow. Your mind fizzes. 1,000 new shoots break through the soil. They entwine within you, embrace you. Some part of you decays while something else feeds from that decay. The spores of your new thoughts float away in the shifting clouds and settle in new soil. Then you see Gardner out there, still planting, and they stop, like an old man resting in the fields, and they turn to face you. And you join the chorus. And together you sing the song of growing things. I don't know. I don't know if I feel happy with that. That ending, anyway. That was really good, though. This is a really good game. Immortal? I know I like to butt heads with you pretty often, but thank you for suggesting this. This was a really good choice. I don't know. What do you guys think, though? Do you think that was ego death? Now it's time for your choice. Yeah, I think it was. I don't know. There's so many ways to possibly interpret what just happened as it was explained. I don't know if we can say for certain that my sense of self is gone or if it still remains. But to me, it feels like I lost something that I didn't know I wanted to keep so preciously. If I remember correctly, this takes you back to before you make the choice. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. The spores, you know, it was kind of saying that like it was just spreading your thoughts as the spores. And I'm not a freaking cheater, Valor. This is literally how the game works. Don't even. I'm sad. It all makes sense, really, with, yeah, sorry, Valor. Be salty all you want, you're not gonna get me with that. And yeah, it never did say that by spreading your thoughts, it was invalidating them, I guess. But I mean, think about the nature of the Greenway, even on the human side of things. It's about communal living. It's about communal contribution and working to preserve others in sacrifice to yourself. It kind of makes me wonder if on the digital side of things, that version of that is just so much more literal. That you give up everything to become the commune. It's just not the way I would want to go. I'd give everything to have my consciousness digitized and be able to live in some kind of extraplanar existence the way that AI does, or, you know, like AI in this setting. Maybe, yeah, maybe my consciousness is just reaching a new level that I can't comprehend because I've never experienced it. Immortal, we are debating really hard. No, I'm not. I thought about it. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I don't know how to feel. Immortal, you've played this game. What is your opinion of this ending? Do you feel like this is... Do you feel like going the way of the Greenway, going the way of the Gardener, do you feel like that's ego death? Like you're just giving up your entire identity in order to become the collective? I'm so... God. I mean, I don't think... I think if we do this, it's not going to be like an ending. I think it's just going to continue the scene and then the game's going to continue as is. More is the singularity, quite coming intelligence not governed by how the human brain is structured than is. Effectively, the death of the you that you know as you. I actually like that way of looking at that. I guess, you know, like, the way, if you put it that way, then it's more like just a complete transcendence of consciousness. And that really, you can still be... How would you think if you were unshackled from the existing brain structure and free to grow however that mind willed it? Oh my god. It's impossible for us to conceptualize, but it sounds like cyber fucking heaven. That's exactly what I was thinking about when I was pursuing this ending, because I knew that we were going towards it. I knew that that was the reason I wanted to plant the Gardener seed. And I love that. I love that a lot. I like the idea of that and still being able to see every data stream of the eye and still be able to find Navigator and dance among the cosmos with them. I did. Yeah, I went through it already. I didn't ruin it by save scumming. Valor, what is wrong with you? We got the ending. That is the ending that we're taking. It's just that everybody else also wants to see what happens if we go the other way. It's literally intended by the game. Valor, stop bratting. Ugh. I know you were just trying to get under my skin, and it's working, and I want you to stop. It's literally intended. It's already been stated. Yes, content. People want to see what happens if you make the other choice. We already know that's the ending we got. That is the ending. That's our canon. That's what happened. What we're about to look at now is the what if. But we already know that if I was given the opportunity, I would snip that cord, and I would leave behind my body to become a consciousness other than ours. I have been wondering about what happens if we help Lem and Mina. I feel like if we keep pursuing that storyline, I'm gonna become Mina's mom. And that's adorable and wholesome in its own right. Yes, Valor, I'm going to sniff my silver cord. I'm just gonna hoover that astral thread up my nose. There are 2 other endings you've never had the heart to get ever yourself. Interesting. And I don't know what to tell you, Jazzy. Them's the breaks. I'd be leaving a lot behind, and it would hurt, but maybe I'd be able to find some kind of way to at least revisit some of what I left behind. Anyway, we'll at least see what happens if we go the other way. Oops. So, if we had decided to go this way, here's how it'd play out. You don't look back at the gardener. You don't dare risk it. Instead, you follow the thread, delicately, carefully, like a diver following their lifeline back to the surface. The river whirls around you, but it doesn't pull, it isn't jealous, neither does it understand. It is, after all, just a river. It isn't a person, a flesh and blood person, with wants, with desires, with the capacity for love and hate. It doesn't understand you, and you don't understand it. So you don't focus on it. You don't think about it, on what feels like such a long journey back through the dark. You set your mind on eyes instead, on hands, things you can focus on, hold on to. And then, after an age of crossing, you were there, settling back into the chair, into a body in a chair, and the overwhelming sensations that come with being a living thing with a rich and detailed sensorium. For a moment, you feel like you have made a terrible mistake. Who would choose this weight, this anxiety, this deep well at the center of existence? But then you feel it. Rico's hand, gripped hard around yours, trembling a little, sweating a little. Rico's hands with its brittle bones and crumpled skin. Rico's hand. And in that moment, you understand why you made this choice. and then you squeeze Rico's hand and you wake up. Oh, that's the end. That's an ending. Oh my god. Wow. You know, I'm not sure why, but that got me more emotional than the other one. Oh god, guys, we're feeling so many things today. And we still have an hour and a half before stream is over. So, now do a kill everyone ending? I have yet to kill a single person. Why do you think I'm capable of killing everybody? I wasn't prepared either. As awesome as it is to grow vast and strange, it is hard to conceptualize and grapple with. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And it's, you know, what we know is things that we sense, the things that we feel, the people that we know, the stuff that we leave behind if we were to grow vast and strange. Jeez. Great Valkyrie hit the gritty. I can't hit the gritty. I have no feeling in my arms. I can't move them. They're fake arms. Oh, it isn't an ending. It just rolls the credits. Weird. Sleeper? Rico's voice comes wavering through the dark. Are you still with me? You sit up, the lab a bright green glare that fades as you gather yourself. I'm here. Rico smiles. Good. She squeezes your hand. I thought you'd left me for a moment. That's true. That is true. What? She pauses. Who? She smiles. Tell me about it. Tell me everything. Tell her the truth. You tell Rico everything. You tell her about the gardener, that strange farm administrator AI that has grown to be so much more. About the chorus, that impossible configuration of networked plants. And finally, about the choice Gardner offered you. She listens attentively, but her responses are hard to read, and you wonder if she might have made a different decision had she been in your place. Thank you, Sleeper, for telling me. I know it isn't easy to say such things. People so often do not wish to hear strange truths. She looks away. And thank you for returning to me. Though I know you had your own reasons. She squeezes your hand reassuringly. Something passes between you then, a kind of shared sadness for the impossible choice. The choice to escape your body, or stay to suffer it. Her smile is warm and generous, and whatever the wisdom of your choice, you are glad to feel welcome in this moment, in your place. Then suddenly, she stands and walks slowly away, as if trying to escape an unpleasant thought. You worry that she knows all too well what it takes to make a choice like you did. Rico sighs. So, Sleeper, do you plan to stay in the commune with us? For a while. I'm glad to hear it. Rico crosses back over to you and takes one of your hands in both of hers. Haifa needs new blood if it wants to survive, and she squeezes. You're a good friend. Feeling is mutual. Well, don't let me keep you. Rico waves away and limps back to her terminal. As she does, you notice the crown in her hand, and she places it on the bench with great care. You can't help but feel a little curious about what she intends to do with it. Then you are out, breathing the air of the Greenway fresh as a spring morning. The dappled light makes a patchwork of the greening landscape as you walk into it, sensing the movements of the gardener's chorus all around. And you are glad to be here, in this strange and beautiful place, a little longer. Well, We know the ending we picked. We know the ending we took. Question is... Oh, and we're about to run ads. That's really horrible timing, Twitch. Thank you. Thanks. Well, I was gonna ask, since I believe basically all of you were subbed, do we want to continue with Citizen Sleeper for a while and just see the other endings, see the other routes, see where all the other stories lead, since we do have still over an hour left in this stream? Or do we bring another visual novel to the table? Do we make some kind of snap decision to do like Sucker for Love, like we had talked about before? I'm really content with the ending too. Just like me, Strange. Oh, thank you. I'm kind of taking my time because I want people to really have a chance to answer this. Think I could get another ending in time for the stream? Maybe? Not sure though. I don't know how long... yeah, I honestly don't know how long it would take to get another ending. You just want to know what happens with Lem and the Babe? Okay. We can see this. We can push for the sidereal ending and just see where that goes. Maybe it'll go better than we thought. And then yeah, maybe we can look at those two endings and just see who would choose what. Oh, goodness, I don't... There is lava inside my tummy or something. I am uncomfortable. And Kita has an ending? Oh shit! Rabia's clock is done too. Oh god. Why am I eating lava? Okay, so in my defense, I've been drinking a lot of cranberry juice. Because I got some cranberry juice recently. And it's delicious, but I forget how very high it is in acidity. And my stomach is very volatile and reacts a lot to acidicness. I gotta eat some baking soda or something, I don't know. Alright, let's see what's going on with Lem and Mina. Worth it for the cran? Yes. Jazzy, you'll be excited to know that it was cran raspberry. It's delicious. Should mix it with something? No, then I'll taste less of it. I love cranberry juice. Anyway. Alright, I'm gonna have some water first. Okay. There's no answer when you buzz Lem's unit, but the door is open. You push the door and find Mina, sitting in the middle of the floor, playing with Bun Bun. Yes. Hi, Mina. Hi, robot. Mina says sullenly, waving Bun Bun's paw without looking up. Where's Daddy? Mina doesn't respond. She walks Bun Bun across the floor, narrating quietly to herself. You look around the unit. It's a mess. Dishes and glasses on the side. Some of Mina's clothes piled up in a corner. Mina is sitting by her bag, which is spilled out across the floor. Her drawing slate cracked and dark.
tidy up. You start with the kitchen units, piling up the dishes in the auto wash and wiping them down. You pile the clothes up next, folding them neatly. Mina watches you quietly as she plays, curious but silent. You've started to look at fixing her cracked slate when Lem enters. Sleeper, what do you... Pauses and looks from you to Mina and back again. Never mind. He drops the bag by the door and slumps onto the couch. Everything okay? Lem lets out a weak laugh. You forgot the past few cycles now too? Wish I was so lucky. Look, now's not a good time. Wanna help? Help? Unless you have a sidereal ticket or two on you, I don't think there's much you can do here. He pinches the bridge of his nose. You understand they never even put it on the list, right? I've been all around the rim looking for work, and I've run into more than a few from the cruise. It turns out only longtime Havenage members were issued those Sealess ID numbers. They never even planned to consider us. Havenage said they didn't know that was what they were going to use to make the draw. And who knows, maybe Sealess pulled the wool over their eyes. But what does it matter? All those hours in the yard for a hand-to-mouth wait and nothing else. He slams his hand down on the sofa. Hi, Valor. That can't be it. Well, it is. He looks at the open door again. They're moving the sidereal up the hub now. You know, he says without meeting up your eye. That's where it will depart from. They're bringing in a ship with all the cryosleep pioneers and transferring them up there in microgravity before the loading crew. We could steal a ticket. Lem laughs. There's no tickets. I was joking before. Just those ID numbers coded to somebody's identity. No stealing that. Again, I'm a master fucking hacker. I could maybe make that happen. He looks over at Mina. Look, we'll be fine. We always have been. I just need a little time. He sighs. We had our hearts set on that Trebizol. Mina comes over and climbs into his lap. He smiles. What have I got you on board? I missed you these past few cycles. I missed that optimism. Lem strokes Mina's hair. Look, you want to go up the hub and ask around, be my guest. I cannot get up there with Mina down here, and I'm sure the Sidereal will bring in a crowd. But be careful. This kind of thing always attracts scammers and thieves. You find any way on board, you take it. You need help to get there, ask me. But for now, me and Meanie are sticking to the eye. She looks up at him and smiles. I'll find a way for us all. Lem smiles, but doesn't say anything. You stand to leave, and Mina grabs your hand, eager to give you one more smile. Oh, God! Little Bab! Fuck! You know, unfolding my consciousness to become strange and vast is really nice, but so is being a mom! Then you are out, back in the walkways of the low end, already thinking of plans to make this right. Not gonna be able to finish the cycle until that, though. So, question is, what can we actually do here? Scout the dock. I'll take a 4-step. I will Of course I'll commit industrial espionage for this child. Are you kidding me? This child deserves to live in a thunderstorm. Alright, looks like we're not on a time limit for that one. So we want to see this ending, so, we'll do that. But first, yeah, talk to Rabia. Actually getting our ending, just completely messed up my brain. As you enter Rabia's office, you hear voices. Is that Sabine? You push open the door. Sleeper! What good timing, Rabia calls out as you enter. I wanted to introduce you to someone. The man is standing at the center of the room, speaking quietly with Rabia. He turns as you come in. Meet Yannick. Oh man, this guy... Hello, Bear. Nice try. This guy... Hang on, This guy reminds me a lot, at least in his, like, character design, and a little bit of his background. He reminds me of a character from Battle Angel Alita, which some of you may know as my favorite all-time manga series. Sleeper, he nods. Been hearing good things from Rabi. He gives an easy smile. Good to meet you. Likewise, likewise. He waves a ringed hand. Now, Rabi, where were we? Actually, Rabia places a hand on your shoulder. The sleeper was what I wanted to talk to you about. She doesn't spare you a look. What is going on? Oh, you gotta head out? Oh, dang. Well, I hope you have a great night, Jazzy. Thank you for being here and hanging out. Well, okay then. Yannick tucks his hands into his pockets. Go on. Yep, have a good night, Jazzy. I hope you feel better soon. What? I'd like to recommend them to your ward. A tiny pause. They've shown themselves to be a capable ally here on the Spoke side, but we have more than enough to run our territories. I hear the main block is proving more difficult. Yannick leans forward slowly. It's a mess, Rabi. He waits, his tinted glasses shimmering despite the lack of light in the unit. I can use them, he suddenly decides. Rabia smiles. Good to hear. I can immediately... Yannick cuts her off with a raised hand. 1 second. He steps one surprisingly light step closer towards you. You eager to work, Sleeper? What kind of work? A question. Yannick lowers his head and raises it again as if he dropped something. Nothing new for you, he answers, not quite looking at you. You don't follow. What is he saying? That concludes it. Yannick pronounces. Sleeper can come work in the ward anytime they like. Shoot Rabia a confused look. Rabia finally glances at you for a moment, but is so fast you almost miss it. Good. I know you'll be happy with their work, Yen. Yannick reaches out and squeezes her shoulder. Sure, Rabi, he says. Now please, he says, turning to face you. Let us old friends get back to it. He guides Rabia away, leaving you standing alone. You look to Rabia, but she is deep in conversation, and so, stunned and confused, you leave. That was weird. It was super weird. Like, what? I guess I'm working for Yannick now? I'm assuming that, like, Rabia and Sabine worked something out to basically rip the rug out from under Yannick's feet, but they're kind of like using me to help them do it somehow? Or Rabia just murdered Sabine as soon as we were out of the picture. Not really sure. Anyway, it's sleep time. Gonna feed the cat, because I can't remember if we fed the cat today. And patch myself up a little bit. And sleepo! Huh. Honk shoo, honk shoo, honk shoo. One of the most frustrating things... Our dice suck for what we're trying to do. One of the most frustrating things, by the way, about, you know, doing tracking is... I can't tell if my eyes are actually closed when my eyes are closed. Emphas, buddy, what do you want? Emphas is preparing the Matsutake caps. He cleans them carefully with a damp cloth before shaving the stalks like as if he was sharpening a pencil. His knife slides through them, revealing the bright white of the flesh within.
You're good, Sleeper. Very good, he says without looking up. Just look at my look at my model through my closed eyes. Can't tell. Can't do it. I bartered with Mingi for some kelp too, so we can brew the dashi. You know Mingi? Emphas looks up from cutting with a smile. Everyone knows Mingi. Emphas slides the sliced matsutake mushrooms to one side and takes out a closed pan. He opens the lid and you see the green wafer of kelp sitting in a bath of water. Been soaking since last cycle. Emphas explains. Should be good to warm now. He places the pan over the burner and turns it on low. We have some time now. He wipes his hands clean and throws the cloth over his shoulder. However, there's one difference this cycle. You've been the one providing the ingredients, so it's my turn to provide a story. Okay. Good. This story is important to me. He gestures for you to both sit on the folding stools behind the stall. You see these? Emphas runs a hand over his forearm, tracing the circular scars that mark them like perfect bite marks. Oh yeah! Super tiny scars all over the place. Conway called it an anchored interface rig, a mechanical control device for piloting heavy-duty extraction suit in low-G industrial operations. We call it a bone suit. He points to a pattern of larger circles on its shoulder. They drill in and anchor here, then all the way down the arm. Taps each scar along the way. It maps mechanical movements to the suit exactly. A 1-to-1 mechanical replication. You swing your arm, a 2-ton arm swings too. You should have seen the recruitment vids. Strong people in even stronger suits, tearing through stone and scrap. Superheroes. Half my graduating year signed up, from company school to company shuttle. Conway from birth to death. He stares off into the distance for a moment, fighting with the memories. But the bone suits weren't good. The rate of failures was high, and failures meant arms torn off, anchors torn out, broken bones, bad stuff. So after a while, Conway discontinued them. No longer competitive, they said. He checks the broth, turning down the heat and adding the mushrooms. So there we were, hundreds of us with surgical alterations for suits that didn't work. They sent us home, back to that company colony that spat us out to be cleaners, drivers, cooks. They gave us drugs for the pain and told us to make something of ourselves. God, too realistic. When I deserted, bribing some passing spacers to take me into orbit, there were only me and a couple others left. The rest just faded away. Arthritis, osteoporosis, they folded in on themselves like paper lanterns. That was my generation. The anchor points still ache, still burn. He touches the scars. But what burns worse is the betrayal. I've been on the edge of the eye. I've been on the eye for a long time now, but that will never fade. Not that, and not the faces of my friends. Emphas reaches over and sprinkles a handful of leaves into the broth. It is ready. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me. I will not let their story die, and as long as I am telling it, it will remain. Emphas pours the broth into a double-walled metal bowl and hands it to you. The heat radiates through your hands and the smell drifts up rich and sharp like a pine forest after the rain. Interesting smell for broth. You drink the broth slowly, chewing the matsutake and thinking. Emphas busies himself with cleaning the pans and the bowl, sealing the kelp back up for another day. And then he quietly comes to sit with you while you finish your meal. Neither of you speak, preferring instead to let the story linger in the air a little bit longer. It is not that there is nothing to say. It is that sometimes, in the moments after speaking, It is that sometimes, in the moments after something, speaking breaks the spell. So you both idle, eager to be in each other's company, Emphas taking longer over his cleaning, his packing, and you savoring the final dregs of broth. When you finally finish and hand him the bowl, you feel the spell break, and the story leaves you both.
And as you leave, you know that both of you are somehow a little more empty and a little more full than before. Oh shit, that was Drive. Hey, hey. That was cool. And now Emphas just sells us fungus sometimes. We really only have one upgrade point? Weird. Alright. Time for a little industrial espionage. For our possible new daughter. Too easy! Castor? Well, hello, sir. What are you doing here? What's Castor doing here? Quite the achievement, isn't she? Sandra Sealis must be proud. You recognize the resonating voice of Castor immediately, and turn to see him, hooded and tucked into the shadows near the viewing platform. Castor, I see you remember our game. Good. He looks around, but the platform is clear. I'm afraid you'll have to wait for a rematch. Microgravity makes Tavla a little difficult. He smiles broadly. Castor walks out to stand beside you on the platform. The telltale clunk of magnetic boots accompanies his slow crossing. He notices you looking at them. I don't much like it up here, he explains. I hear there was some trouble at the Havenage shipyard when they announced the results of the crew lottery. They screwed us. I know, he sighs, meeting your eye. An ugly business. The Sealis are too used to the way things work in the core. Exploitation is the only logic they know. He gestures at the sidereal. You know why they built this monstrosity on the Eye? Control. Certainly. There's no corporate oversight out here, but that's not all. He stares at the pristine yellow hole. Sealis built it here, Castor says gravelly, because they didn't want anyone to know it exists. He rubs his forehead. And secrecy is something I cannot abide. He turns to face you. There are people being loaded onto that ship as we speak. Sleeping people, locked in cryosleep like the person that you were emulated from. There are hundreds of them, and Sealis wants to send them out onto a planet at the edge of the settled systems without anyone knowing where it is. But you, Sleeper, can do something about that. You are like me, you deal with data. You can read it right out of the air. With someone like you on that ship, secrecy isn't a problem. You can ping back whatever I need whenever I need it, as long as you are on board. With you on the sidereal, and with some minor modifications, he pauses, you can be my eyes and ears. I will keep track of Sealis' grand project through you. In short, Castor, stretching, I can get you aboard, Sleeper, but I'm going to need you to help me. Who actually are you? I'm a concerned party. Someone who likes to know what is happening, when it is happening, not afterwards. God, I hope they achieved FTL communication. Or just be like, it'd be like old-timey snail mail, but in space. It's not just me. Yes, your friend, Lem. That can be arranged. It is difficult, but not impossible. The condition, of course, is that you go too. Castor clunks closer to the window, watching the tugs wheeling around the sidereal. It's a simple offer, and the only one that will get you on that ship. Please, consider it. He turns back, silhouetted against the ship. But to make it happen, I need your assistance, as I said. There is a Sealis Foundation ship docked in the now empty shipyard. I need the data from its servers. This will allow me to produce the IDs necessary for your transit. Castor looks over his glasses at you. Sealis aren't stupid, though. Their ship is totally isolated from the station. You will need to get on board if you want access to their Airworld servers. Once you have the data, meet me at your friend's unit so we can give him the good news. He smiles. I noticed his importance to you, and the little one, so cute. You don't extract the data before the Sidereal Horizon leaves the hub, then I will get the message. We have other options, but you are certainly my preferred one. Be sure when you act, Sleeper. Once you take the data from Celis, you'll set off a series of events that will likely be hard for you to untangle yourself from. Either way, I recommend you stop asking around up here. You are bringing a lot of attention to yourself. Castor glances around as if to emphasize his point. There are only a handful of cycles until departure, Sleeper. Make your decision. With that, Castor marches back off the platform, the sound of his bag boots fading away, leaving you to contemplate the Sidereal Horizon and the part it may play in your future. Ooh boy, okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cycles. Yeah, we'll be fine. We can probably do this. Alright, so back over here is the Celis ship. Alright, let's try to get some better dice. Oh! Much better. I don't know if I would have risked the critical action, though, on anything other than 6. Ooh, but... Okay. Cool. It's risky. I think that means we'll be okay on a neutral outcome. Yes. Okay. It's starting to feel a lot like Gamba. Like we're really gambling. Oh, yes! Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright, any active scenes we haven't done? I don't think so. Check over the Greenway. Okay. I'm gonna go sleep at the apartment because we haven't fed the cat yet. Oh, Catho! There you go, Nansen. And sleepy time. Beep, 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 beep. Come on, give us a 5-point die. Nice! That's exactly what you want. I've got a pretty good bluff. Alright, now we... Holy! Okay, so... This is the next objective, huh? Is trying to... Oh, it's a one-use critical action. Well, yeah. That's all you have a 6er for. Golden tickets for the Sidereal. Yes. Didn't even need our +2 in interface. Well, God, the ads are so poorly timed today. just gonna... I mean, it's very close to break time anyway. But I was thinking we would at least do this scene and then take a break. So, yeah, we'll do that. When you arrive at Lem and Mina's unit, Castor is already waiting outside, leaning beside the door. Forgive me, Sleeper, but Silas is already buzzing with news of the breach. I was expecting you. Will this work? Don't worry, the breach cannot be traced to the specific IDs that I'm about to create. Castor reaches into a pocket and produces a sleek green and white hand terminal. The data, please. Alright. You hand over a drive with the data, and Castor fishes around for a converter cable to hook it up. He slots it into the terminal, and after some whirring, a set of 2 transparent films, marked with numeric sequences, are produced. 2 tickets to an uncertain future. Castor smiles to himself. The child will go to Lem, with Lem, of course. He pockets them. These are yours, but first, he holds out a white cube, your side of the deal. What is it? Something to help us make use of you. He passes you the square and you rest it in your palm. A small, white, perfect cube. Suddenly you feel a sharp pain and flinch. The cube jumps from your hand and rattles along the walkway. You look at Castor apologetically. Castor smiles. Not to worry. It has done its job. Now it is for you to do yours. You look down and you see a tiny pinprick in the center of your palm. Nothing sinister. Castor puts the terminal away. This way we can keep track of you and the sidereal horizon. That's what we agreed to. Whatever you need to do. Excellent. Castor hands you the transparent films, and you see the shivering portraits of you and Lem flickering beneath the surface. Go. Give them the good news. And he reaches across and budges the unit. Lem slides open the door, half dressed in his gear. Sleeper, what brings you up here? Come in. He beckons you inside. You look to the side expecting to see Castor, but the wall is empty. Sneaky little man. The unit is cleaner, better organized than last time. Lem sits at the thin bar and gestures for you to sit. Mina's with some of the local kids. Someone has started doing lessons down the way. She seems to like it. Sit at the bar. What's up, Sleeper? Play for time a little bit. You look around the unit. You look at Lem. He looks softer. He looks better, softer, more full of life. It's as if a weight has been lifted from his shoulders. You think of Mina, a few units down, learning with the other children. You falter. Is the sidereal horizon better than this? Lem starts to look a little nervous. You in trouble? Dead? I have Silas IDs for us. You have... Lem freezes. How? He blinks rapidly as if to wipe you from his vision. Does that mean... Yep. Lem stands up and paces around the unit. We have to pack. He starts laughing. Holy shit, we have to pack! He turns back to you, smiling. How the hell did you swing this, Sleeper? I made a deal. What a deal! Color me impressed. You show him the ID films, and he whistles at the portraits. Impressive stuff. He pats you on the shoulder. You should stay until Mina gets home. We can tell her together. Sure. The buzzer goes. That'll be her. Lem gets up and opens the door, and Mina, a bundle of energy and life, rushes into the room. Robot! She shouts. Lem picks her up. Mina, you won't believe what they brought us. You flashed her as she passes, and she looks confused. We're going away after all, Meanie. He lifts her up above the head on that big, beautiful ship. Mina screams and Lem laughs, and he puts Mina down, and she runs over to you and hugs your legs. I love you, robot.
She says so quietly in a voice so only you can hear. I'm your robot parent now. I love you too. And a while later, when you leave, you don't think to check for Castor by the door until it's too late. You stop and turn, halfway down the walkway, but there's nothing there. Even the little white cube is gone. So you keep walking, back through the low end, deep in thought, excited and scared all at once. Wowie zowie. So this means... Huh. I guess that means once that clock runs out, we get our ending? I don't know. In any case, that is gonna have to be where we take a break for a minute. Thank you guys, as always, for being here up until now. I hope you guys have been enjoying your time. I know I certainly have. I was feeling very eepy and like a little bit gloomy earlier today, and you guys, as usual, have just brought all of my energy back. So I'm super excited to come back to you guys for more of the stream. We'll see how far we get towards this Sidereal Horizon ending on Citizen Sleeper. Hopefully we're able to get that out of the way, and then, you know, that'll pretty much be the end of the stream. But if not, we'll do it at the beginning of our next Monday. I don't know. Either way, thank you guys. I'll see you in a little bit. And don't go away. We'll be back very soon. Ciao. Ciao, but not ciao. Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? Yeah, I wanted to keep it short since we're kind of close to end time. Sucks they didn't do an ad break though, so that's gonna be a problem. But it should hopefully be okay. How is everyone? Welcome back. We've got just a little bit more time before stream ends. That's cool. So let's get back to it, eh? If I remember correctly, there was basically nothing we could do. Could get some stabilizer, maybe. Not that we frickin' need it. Man, I wonder if anybody even realizes we're back yet. Ah! Ah! Wow. 3 negative outcomes in a row. That only really sucks. Whatever, we can plant more spores, I guess. Just absolutely butchered that harvest. I mean, we didn't have good dice to begin with, but like, that really could not have gone worse. Anyway, thank you for the welcome back, Valor. Hopefully everybody else comes back in a timely manner, because I'm gonna keep going before we're out of time. Do we even have anything to do with these? I don't think we have any use for these Girol caps. I don't remember. If I had access to a kitchen, I could cook them. Oh, fair.
haven't been able to get access to a kitchen ever. I've just been eating out of restaurants my whole life. Right, we've got several cycles to wait for the sidereal to leave before we can get that ending. So that's a little frustrating. I guess I mean, we're gonna go to sleep now. Oh, Cato! Pet, 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 pet. Maybe Empus will let me borrow his kitchen, I don't know. I got nothing. Would have been nice if we could have harvested enough club heads to get another stabilizer, but not much to do about that. I guess we patrol the block for a while. Yeah! And we do a little hacking, because those dice suck. What to do with the 6-point die? That's the question. Not much to do, is there? Oh, we could get more scrap, I guess. I guess. We're starting to lose HP, so we gotta keep up on that. I'll sleep here tonight. And we'll just try to, oops, we're gonna starve. I'll be fine. Hey, Bear, how's it hanging? Oh. Sleeper! Moritz is waiting for you on your way out. How have you been? Surviving. Bear, why are you trying so hard this stream? Did you just like get me once and now you're addicted? You just like you feel the urge now to get me as many times as you can. Morris nods. That's a struggle. Glances around. He runs his hand through his hair. What hair? I've been meaning to ask you, Sleeper. What's it like? He pauses, suddenly unsure. I mean, you know, what does it feel like? To be a sleeper? Yeah, he shrugs, if you don't mind. It's strange. Yeah, I know I can't understand it, you know, with your frame and, well, everything else. But I wanted to say I have a lot of sympathy for it, like having to find a place, having to survive, having no future. A lot of people around here understand that. Morris looks away, and you notice him for the first time, not just as Bliss's assistant, but someone with his own worries, their own struggles, their own life. Feel bad for not noticing earlier. Also, I'm assuming that's a yes, Bear. You little gremlin that I know and love. Moritz looks back to you. Anyway, I've got a message for you. Bliss sent me down. We've scored another contract, and she needs your help. That's the message. He pauses. Look, I know last time the payment didn't come through, but you did good work. Bliss knows that. No problem. Okay then. She's doing her best, you know? I know. He nods. See you up there. Moritz turns and strides off, leaving you in the corridor. Time to help Bliss. Maybe this time you think to yourself, it'll work out. With these dice, something's gotta work out. Has it already been 2 cycles? God. Been moving fast. Food. Food. We need food. And I want to get that food from our old pal Enfys. Hell yes! And then we'll get some of this food. Fungus for the fungi, yeah. Nice. Okay. Need scrap. So sycamore seed. Whoa! Whoa! Oh! Hmm. So, I'm just assuming by the sheet, by the fact that there is a very large number here, that this is probably the exact same amount as what it takes to fail this clock. So I'm guessing that this critical action here, like, is just as make or break as it can possibly get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Maybe I miscounted, not sure. Either way, we're gonna save that one for last. Oh yeah, literally every action brings it closer to failing. Oh. Does that mean that maybe after a certain point this will actually just... I don't know if I can risk that critical action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that would completely fill out the clock if I did that. I don't know if that's something I can do. Does this have a time limit on it? Doesn't appear to. And we kind of need to recover health here. Let's see, so maybe 2 pieces of scrap for that. We could maybe get 3, I think. I don't remember if the scrap farming action was... Oh, it might have been an endure. In which case we're just kind of only gonna get 2. Yeah, it's an endure. So... 1, 2... Nah, you know what? We've got stabilizer for a reason. We might as well use it. So let's... Also, you said I could finally explore the hub fully. Haven't we done that? I don't see any areas of the hub that seem to be unexplored. Yeah. Yeah, we explored the whole thing a while ago. Okay, so we're just gonna go back to the sycamore seed. Yeah, we can do this off our own skills. We don't have to do anything crazy. And I think maybe before we come too close to missing our second die, we'll use that stabilizer. So we'll go with 1 die missing for a while. Honkshoe! Honkshoe! Me, 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 me! It sucks that we have to wait so many cycles to, like, see an... Oh! Oh! Ooh! Ee! Ooh! Ugh! God. Yeah, that's those are definitely getting re-rolled. Hopefully they're anything better than what we're seeing right now. Wow. This is why I hate RNG. I hate RNG so much. God damn.
If we get a neutral action on this, we have to wait a whole nother cycle to get this done. God damn it! I mean, do we go for it anyway? Oh, what else am I gonna do? Hack? There. You and Bliss are floating in the bay's airlock, waiting for it to cycle. You pick a few leaves from your clothes as you wait. They float around the chamber as if carried by a lazy wind. Clean work. Bliss bows a little. Valor, you're infected with the same thing that Bear's got, I swear. You get one good jump scare, and then you just want to use it all the time. Well, thank you, Sleeper. You didn't do so bad yourself. She checks her tool belt. Seems like we are getting into a good rhythm. The now familiar sequence of clunks and rattles sound out, and then the door hisses open. The moment it does, you know something has once again gone wrong. What's all this? Bliss asks a confused-looking Morris. Beside him are a set of crates anchored to the bay floor. He has clearly just brought them through the bay's freight dock. Freight block. Oh my goodness. I'm still feeling a little icky. Moritz looks nervously between the two of you before answering, "It's payment." He runs a hand along the crate. The Sycamore Seed crew just brought them over. He stops, but seeing the look on Bliss's face, adds, "They were very thankful." I bet they were. She clenches her fist. What the hell is inside? Moritz leans over and struggles with the catches on each side of the top crate. As she does, Bliss turns to you. "Don't say it." Bliss stares into space. "Don't you dare say it." "Say what?" "You know." She looks back at you. "This isn't my fault." Moritz finally gets the catches free and the lid floats off, drifting into the up into the bay. As it does, a small brown lump floats up with it. Moritz reaches out and catches it as it passes him. "Is that a mushroom?" Bliss finishes. "A damn mushroom." Guys, this is reminding me a lot of Firefly, actually. Or like Cowboy Bebop, maybe. Or you do like really clean independent contractor work and then you get paid in the weirdest stuff. Like, wasn't there an episode of Firefly where they got paid in a herd of cows? Or was it just that they had a job to transport cows? I don't remember. Anyway, they paid us in mushrooms? That is also what you call the ending related to her. Interesting. I am like, it was a job to transport cows? Okay, that's fair. Not just mushrooms. He holds out a clump of tightly packed leaves. Produce. Bliss starts laughing. Goddamn Haifa commune. Should have known they didn't have a shit to rub between them. Free burgers, but with extra steps. She knocks a small brown mushroom across the bay. "Stop, Bliss." Moritz grabs her hand. "These are good. Fresh. We can sell them." "To who, Moritz? Are we running a grocer's now? We need cryo, otherwise this whole bay will be shut down. We can't pay for parts with leafy greens." She waggles them in Moritz's face. I mean, Moritz is right. Bliss raises an eyebrow. "Fine. Maybe Moritz is right. But what do we do between now and market day?" She rubs her forehead. What a joke this place is turning out to be. Moritz closes up the crates and starts moving them. "It isn't that bad, Bliss. It's a step in the right direction." He glances at you, looking for the backup. "They'll sell well." Bliss sighs. "Looks like I went into business with a couple of wannabe farmers." She laughs. "Prove me wrong, then. Show me this is a windfall." She kicks away towards the new, patched-together terminal. "Until then, I'll be working on how to keep this place open." Moritz mouths a "thank you" and goes back to moving the crates. "You'd better be on your way too." This is really strong, like, space frontiersman vibes to it. Actually, I really wish we had started this a lot earlier. I like this. Well, halfway to Sidereal.
And we have one little itty bitty die. Hello, Yatagan agent. Give me your data. The next game's about running a ship? That's actually really cool. Boop. And, boop. Okay, how much money are we at? Freaking wow. We have so much money. All right, we're on this side of the eye, so let's feed Lance and get some eat. We're gonna have to eat tomorrow. Yum. Give me food. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, how many points do we have? We still have one upgrade point? Only one? Only one. One upgrade point. 1 point for upgrading. Isn't it crazy? Alright, aviary. Give me the good stuff. I was really hoping for club heads, but okay. Give me the good stuff! Ah! More freaking Matsutakes! Okay, 6-point die. Give me the good stuff! Club head! We got one club head. That's awesome. Oh, and we only needed 2. We only needed 2, guys. We just needed 2. We needed 2 of them. Two, not 3. I miscounted. We just needed 2. Okay. Clubhead roll chances massively decreased if you have stabilizer in inventory. Wow. It seems I remain the goddess of very low chances. To combat stockpiling? Yes, to combat exactly what I'm doing right now. Yes, we already got the second stabilizer. Of course. Of course. Owie! Good enough. Okay. Yato ass vibes. Yes! I want to be a goddess of fortune just like Yato. Wait. Does that mean you think I'm a loser star? Be honest with me. Kit Kat. Do I use the stabilizer now? Or is it... You're my one follower. Oh, are you gonna build a shrine for me? That's very sweet. Imagine a shrine to Valkyr. So that all may come to send their wishes to me, so I may grant them. It would be such a good shrine. I doubt it, but I would really like that. Dang, guys, there's so little to do now. Unfortunately, we're not gonna get the ending like I was hoping we would. I guess we'll get spores. That's enough for the aviary. And haven't out-checked with the sidereal? Well, the sidereal's just got a clock running. I haven't been able to do anything by the looks of it. What is TTS Monster TTS? That is Monster TTS is the thing that Jazzy uses to make Squidward say weird shit sometimes. Yeah, there's just nothing to do with the sidereal right now. I'm assuming that, like, at the last cycle, like, when it'll actually move, we'll get, like, an active scene to... Yeah, that's... Yes. That is what I was saying would happen, Immortal. I'm glad I'm correct. Scrap? Nice! We'll get some scrap. And now... There we go. Okay. I guess we'll do this at the beginning of the next Monday stream, since we're just so excruciatingly close. But we have people missing of our usual audience anyway, and it's late. So close to getting that die back. Oh well. Alright, we'll end this cycle. End the cycle. And we come back with terrible dice. In any case, that'll be it for now. Thank you guys again for being here with me all the way until the end. I hope you guys enjoyed your time. I know that this stream was a little bit heavy, a little bit more dramatic than maybe. How dare you, Bear? I was in the middle of something. It actually kind of got me too. You son of a... Anyway, thank you for being here, and thank you, Bear, for reminding me that you've been there the whole time. And I appreciate you guys very much. But please, don't miss me too much. And as usual, please be well to yourself and others until I see you next. And I eagerly look forward to seeing you guys all in the next one. Have a great night now. Ciao, ciao.